Welcome to week 3 of Rumour Recap. I'm your host, Mike here, and in this week lots of things have been happening. So what I'm going to do is just going to go over them. So normally you'd see me sharing my screen at this point and I'd be talking through things, but I've decided this time I'm going to do a bit different. So what I'm going to do is anything that I'm talking about I will put on screen in front of me right here, but I will remain in this camera mode. I think it's much better. I think it's more talkative. I think it's more sit down and talk. And a bit less sort of stuff to digest for you. It's a bit more simple, a bit more of a recap. Anyway, so we're going to get straight into this. Like the video, please. I'd appreciate that very much. And we're going to go straight into the news. So first things first, let's get on to our first rumour and our first news this week. So the first thing that happened this week is the Pokemon 25th anniversary site actually went live. So we have some new things to see, some awesome stuff. Obviously that's going to be updated throughout the year. We've got some awesome things happening with Katy and some music and all that, and there's going to be a great thing, I think, happening on the Pokemon Day, which I think is the 27th of February. Forgive me if I'm wrong, I'll probably put the correct date right in front of me here. So, really exciting stuff, super excited about it. It's going to be hype, it's going to be awesome, it's going to be a great year for Pokemon, I think. I think they've planned stuff around this year, specifically because it's this year. So I think a lot of the things we'll see this year is obviously going to be remakes, possibly. There's going to be obviously Unites coming, and we've got Snap, which I'm going to talk about in just a moment. But all these cool things, including Pokemon Sleep, if it's actually going to happen, we'll never know. But it could happen this year, for all we know. So this year is going to be the staple year for Pokemon to get things right, and we've seen things in the past, obviously, with I think Legend of Zelda for their 25th, I think it was. They did a sort of games collection. I don't think Pokemon will do the same thing. I don't think they have the manpower to be able to do that same thing. But there's going to be lots of releases this year, and it's going to be a really exciting year for us. So I'm super excited to say that in the middle of January, we've got that to look forward to. Anyway, as I said, moving on to Pokemon Snap, we got a Pokemon Snap trailer just released onto the World Wide Web. We got it. They just released it. They just gave us some trailer with loads of footage, loads of cool things, loads of cool mechanics and cool gameplay, which I will be doing a reaction on at some point. Haven't got around to it, but when I do get around to it, you'll see that up on the channel later this week. So look out for it. Anyway, we got Snap, and yeah, it's coming soon. It's coming in April, so looks really good compared to Snap version 1. Obviously it's going to be Pokemon Snap 2, but they're not calling it Snap 2. It's just a remake, but it's a good remake. So that's something to be really hyped for. I'll put some pictures in here just to sort of show you what actually it looks like, so you sort of know what to expect if you haven't seen it already. And let's move on to the next thing. So the next thing is Diamond and Pearl remakes were possibly confirmed. Take it with a grain of salt. So I'm going to tell you now as a disclaimer, just take it with a grain of salt. They're potentially confirmed by Pokéexperto and Centro PokéLeaks. Now the reason why it's been partially confirmed is Pokemon updated a URL, and that URL was diamondandpearl.pokemon.com, and they basically uploaded a server onto that domain. They uploaded the sort of data onto that domain but didn't make it available to the public, so it was like an empty server. They almost bought the domain and then left it at that. Now we obviously saw this and thought, oh my god. So it's kind of confirmed, but not really, because since then they've taken the server down, obviously making sure that we don't catch on and see things, but I think it's already too late, so it's just damage control at this point. And then another thing regarding the Diamond and Pearl remakes is Eclipse. If you don't know him already, I'll check him out in the description down below. His Twitter and Reddit will be linked down below. He does a lot of leaks and a lot of rumours, and he did a massive post, and I don't know if you've seen my video the other day. I covered all this in that video, but I'll go over it again for you in case you haven't seen that. I suggest you check that out. It's a bit deeper, a bit more detailed. But anyway, he gave a release date for the remakes. And what he's talked about is the idea that they've been filming the Direct, they've been going into the Direct, they've been sort of explaining how they're going to do the Direct, they've been doing all that stuff behind the scenes, and we're hoping for a Direct in early February, maybe middle of February, maybe end of February. It's going to be very soon. So I'd expect that very soon, and I'd be very prepared for that. Obviously, following on from that, something recent days has happened really interesting. So Eclipse spoke about some new merchandise being part of that sort of Direct package. And he spoke about some new Pokemon shirts, and what's happened? We've got some new Pokemon shirts. And another thing he spoke about is giant plushies. Now all of a sudden we've seen there's a Gigantamax Pikachu plushie that's very expensive, but it's there. It's proof in the pudding essentially, so he's gone and said something that's going to happen, and it's happening. We're going to see some metallic Pokeballs at some point. They're probably going to happen in the new coming times. He's talked about TCG sets. we've seen some new TCG sets revealed, including one with Empoleon on it. So we can be excited and actually see that there's stuff happening here. Obviously related to the remakes, obviously not related to the remakes, but it's all happening and it's actually true to some extent. Obviously, we don't know if the remakes are true as such, but we can assume that some of the rumours are actually going to happen. So we can assume maybe the remake's going to happen. Who knows? Anyway, that's all I have time for today, guys. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to press the subscribe button, press that notification bell, like and comment. I want to hear what you have to say about these leaks and rumours this week. And anyway, I'll catch you later.